Then Monday morning comes along. We pour a wall. Shit you wouldn't understand. Long story short, we poured a wall. Some shit happened. He was like, don't worry about it. We'll let the monkeys fix it. Meaning the fucking laborers can take care of it tomorrow. I'm like, cool. Right? So I do it how it is. Call it a day. Next day we come in. Somehow he ends up on top of the wall having to do the shit. The shit that he said the monkeys were going to do. And now he's up on the wall running his mouth to me.
About you?
Yeah. Why the fuck you do it like this? And blah, blah, blah. And I fucking lost it, dude. I fucking lost it on him. I chokeslammed him right up the wall. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
That's great.
In my mind, I wanted to chokeslam him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that was...
I was about to say, that's great.
No, I wanted to.
Yeah,
I wanted to.
Automatically, I saw you want to belt and everything.
If my mind was legit, he got chokeslammed off the wall. And it was, my wife kept telling me about it too, because I've gotten so much knowledge from my wife, dude. That's so many different conversations.
She's a smart woman.
But she kept telling me, don't go to that level with that dude. Like, you're going to regret it. Like, you know what I mean? That whole fucking friend at work shit that you were just talking about. Like, that shit happened and it fucking hit me. Like, you were just at my beach house, bro. Like, we were drinking beers together.
Like this,
now you're running your fucking mouth like, nah, dude.
That's what I think is like the biggest key to
learn real quick. Like, you gotta keep that shit separate, dude.
Yeah.
But
because some people think shit's real sweet. You know what I mean? When it just...
It comes from a difference of understanding, bro. Like, I feel like, cause I see starting a podcast, I watch a lot of podcasts, and literally almost every podcast that started with two people, they break up. Like, they get into a fight and this shit is over. But it always comes down to like they don't understand each other's place in the business. So one person of the podcast might think
they want to go different ways.
No, he just thinks he's more valued than this guy, even though he don't know. We're just friends. He don't tell the guy because we're just friends, but he thinks it's obvious
all of a sudden
that I'm the star. Exactly. So now he's acting like the boss to his co-host. Now co-host like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we started this. Like, what are you doing? But he's like. But it's like a misunderstanding. Like, before we did this, we had meetings about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's like you and Rob, perfect example. That's what we're doing right here. There ain't no boss. You guys do a podcast.
Yeah, we both love it. You know what
and it's literally, we understand it's 50-50. I couldn't do it without this nigga.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Vice versa.
That's a fact.
Right. No, you guys are a good combo.
We already discussed that. We already, you know what I mean? That's already printed in the books and shit.
So I could never feel like, you know what I'm saying? I could never feel like there's no value. I'm more valuable than him because without him, it's not this show. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Right. And I wouldn't even want to do this by myself. You know what I mean? Honestly, keep it a buck. Like, it'll be.
I'm just saying, like, imagine we made money and it became like a business now. So then we argue, it's like, you can't stop the business. Most people would just replace
And realistically, us arguing is material. Exactly. So that's part of the business itself.
That's
the
beauty of this style.
Yeah, we're creating gold right here. This is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the beauty of this technology.
And it won't be an argument. It will be a debate. You know what I'm saying? It would never be like that. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be tough to be...
And I argued with this nigga before, and we're still here. So
I feel like
4 o'clock in the morning.
It would be tough to have one person trying to run a podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, and then have a guest.
Like, if you know what I mean, if it was just you and me, like, nah, you
That's
need
doable,
that.
Though.
You need at least a third guy.
Well, you need a team. Yeah,
yeah, but
it's better to have a team.
That's what I'm saying. So most guys, they'll have that third guy, but they only value him like a third guy, like a third string.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're only here for me to bounce off of, and that's where, you know what I'm saying, this shit comes up with.
It's true. It happens fucking all the time, dude.
But our concept, I think, is perfect, bro. The guest and just us two.
Yeah, it's lit. I love it, yo. We had like a whole. Should we break it down? But like a 10 thing.
Yeah.
We had a whole 10 episode trial thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna do this for 10 episodes and then see if we like it. We like it. We keep going. And by like the third episode,
I've been here like an hour, bro.
I was already sold. Yeah, it's amazing, bro. I love it, bro. It's
this is our 6th episode.
It's dope. And you get to learn so much. You know what I mean? Like, you just put me on mad knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And the thing too is that honestly, as a kid, I had mad questions for everybody. Everybody hated it. Everybody saw it as rude, me questioning about their life. You know what I mean? So this is an opportunity for me to ask questions and gain knowledge from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? With you
knowledge
being able to,
key.
with you being able to just chill. We're just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know that, you know, you're gonna come here and then be able to talk with us. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshitting, dude.
Yeah, bro, and it's the same shit. It's just us vibing, bro. It's literally just us having a conversation.
Yeah, dude, this shit's
and
legit.
it's lit,
like
bro.
it.
Yeah, I don't get enough of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope.
Always need this, and that's why I said I was like, I didn't want to say it because I didn't know if it would sound weird to you or not, but I said it anyway because that was my feeling on it. Like, I was like, this shit could be therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
Because I got so much shit going on right now.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I've been told by many people, like even I told you I take medication, so I got a psychiatrist and all that. But because of Corona, like I don't see her, and like sometimes that's all you need, dude. You just need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, and honestly,
you know what I mean?
also
you just need to hear it coming out of your mouth.
remember where you came from. It helps you remember that. You know what I'm saying? It helps you like almost be grateful for where you at today, because you know where you came from, and now you're reminiscing on that. Because 9 years is a long ass time. You know what I mean? So just like you said, it's like almost like you forgot about it. You know what I mean?
It's not that I forgot about it. I know where I came from, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
But it's still instilled in me that I ain't shit. I'm never gonna be shit. Like there's still that. It's still there, dude.
Do you think that's like that just comes with being an addict? You think?
I think it's, you know, from people I talk to, especially my wife. You know, she's the closest to me. She's been around me forever. She knows everything about me. It's my childhood. It's how I was raised. That was my learned behavior.
I think it
like,
might
you're
that might have something.
Shit, you're never gonna be anything.
That might have like probably most to do with it or whatever. But I think addict definitely has its part in it, because my brother has too much similarities as well. You know what I mean? Like, and also I've met a lot of other different addicts that came from that, and they think that, you know what I mean, like almost like life is, you know, they're just grateful, almost like grateful to live and grateful to have a job. You know what I mean? So they don't look outside and think that they can be more. You know what I mean? It takes a different kind of person to think more than that. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, when you're an addict, yo, you're pretty close to death. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
as a heroin addict, you get really close to death, especially if you've overdosed before.
I did.
You know what I mean?
I overdosed once.
So when you're in a job and you have a steady job and you're just doing right, you know what I'm saying? You get caught up in that and you want to just hold on to that so much, you know what I mean, that you don't even think about outside the box. You know what I mean? I think that's what happened with my brothers. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of his confidence comes from, like, his inconfidence, because he was a confident guy. Before all that, he was a very confident guy, and it seemed like you were a very confident guy.
I come across to be, and I guess I am to a certain extent, but I struggle with that shit, dude. Like,
You've always had with confidence.
Yeah, dude, even as a kid, dude, I was like when I told you I was strapped down in the hospital beds, like, dude, I'm not kidding you, like I was mentally fucked up, dude. My grandmother, like I told you, like my grandmother did anything for me when I was younger. They had me on like Zoloft and shit at like 13. Like I had a fucking antidepressant, dude.
Oh, okay.
At 13 years old, a fucking 13-year-old shouldn't be on antidepressants. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, I was fucked up as a kid. Like I can't like, I don't even know how to exactly explain it. Like if I could like put you in my mind and show you who the fuck I was back then, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. You'd be mind blown, dude. So it's like going back to like where I was and where I am now, like I'm super proud and super grateful, but at the same time it's like maybe now I'm complacent and I'm really not grateful enough to keep me striving for better.
For more.
You know what I mean? The only time that happens and I think about it and I want it is when I hear it from my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we'll get into a conversation and she'll, you know, give her views and like what she wants, and then I'm like, well, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Why isn't that coming out of my mouth? Why am I happy with where I'm at and what I'm doing right now? When it doesn't matter your age or what you're doing in life, you can always be better. You know what I mean? You could always get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but the thing is, you said happy though. I feel like that's a key word in that. Like, if you're happy where you're at, then why even go for more? I would be, you know what I mean? If you're happy, happiness is key to me. I want more to be happiness, you know, for happiness, for like complete.
I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, I'm not going to speak for you,
freedom,
but
you know?
when I hear you talk, I kind of relate, and I feel like with me, the whole point of like getting better every day is like, it's almost a motivation to keep going in life. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If you're just happy and you're complacent, there's nothing to look forward to. If you always have motivation to do something, it's like every day you wake up, you know what I'm saying? Looking forward to like getting better and doing something.
I think everybody's different. I think people, like you said, I think some people are happy with where they're at and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think other people are competitive in life, maybe.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like you are in football or basketball or boxing.
Yeah.
And you want to just keep getting better, I really didn't just start. I just started thinking about this shit, and once me and my wife started beefing and struggling with the marriage, and her actually telling me how she feels and like what's really going on and like what she wants, and it's like she wants to be better. She wants her kids to be better, and I agree. But that goes back to what we were just saying. Like maybe I was happy where I was. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you shouldn't have been happy? Like, shouldn't be happy where you at?
No, when I look at it, no. Like, my kids need better. I could be a better fucking parent. Like, a lot better of a parent. To both my kids. Like, I grew up with this shit fucking pile of parents. Like, terrible parents. And I told myself I would never do that. And here I am, not being the best parent that I could be. Like, I could be a way better parent. And I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just not. And it took my wife to get in whatever fucking midlife crisis or, whatever she's going through to get her, like, at me, telling me, like, how she really feels and, like, all this kind of stuff to actually see, like, what's really going on. And, yeah, I could be a fucking better husband. I could be a better father. Like, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's a part of, like, being a man. I think a man, anytime, you can always be better, no matter what. No matter what it is, there's always going to be better. You know what I mean? Even Elon Musk can do better.
I know, Rob, but when I think back to...
That's why I'm just saying it because I know how pressure is, you know what I'm saying? When you have that pressure of wanting to do more, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I got pressure.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like that could
builds a lot of stress,
with your confidence. I used to have that issue. When I was like really fat,
that's another good
and
point.
I wanted to lose weight, and knowing what to do to lose weight and just knowing I wasn't doing it, even though I really wanted to do it, it fucked with my confidence. It fucked with my word. Like I didn't believe myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't even stick to my own. Like I know what I should be doing and I'm not doing it. And there's no excuse for it. Except, you know what I'm saying? You literally can't blame nobody but yourself, and you know it. So that's why it's like you don't want to even think about it.
It drove me crazy. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why I also moved out to Florida too. It's because being here just drove me crazy. I feel like I wanted more. I feel like I could do more, and I needed time to break away from everything to get my mind right, to clear my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I was too caught up in what was going on in my daily life, you know what I mean? I was too used to
focus on you.
Too used to waking up and going to my boy's house and bullshitting, playing video games, and going to the basketball court, and too used to going to work and working at 9 to 5. I was too used to everything, bro. I had to drop everything, bro, and just, you know what I mean? I had to just leave, yo. I had to get my mind right, you know what I mean? And it was for that reason, you know. I felt like I was just stuck, you know what I mean?
I wish I could do that, dude.
Yeah, man.
I feel like that.
I'm glad I did it. I'm glad it was a struggle. It cost a lot of fucking money. It cost a lot of money.
Yeah, money comes and goes, bro.
You know, but I tell you what though, as soon as I came back, nothing was gone. Everything was still there. You know what I mean? I still went and got my job back. I went right back to the bullshit, you know. And
yeah, but you tried it.
You know what I mean? But honestly,
you didn't fail.
But it's still like being out there. It grew. Honestly, I gained my hunger out there. You know what I mean? Being out there, yo, struggling as much as I did, I was able to gain a hunger and gain an appetite. So when I did come out here, I did get back to the bullshit, but it was still on my mind, you know what I mean, that I'm hungry. You know what I mean?
Right.
Being on my mind was, my appetite was always there, you know what I'm saying? So like, little by little, I was starting to put pieces together, yo, and then like, some shit happened where I lost my job, and that was probably the best thing that happened to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Probably the best thing that happened to me because it made me desperate, you know what I'm saying? Desperate to figure out my life and figure out somewhere to go in some direction. Yeah. And I was able to think outside the box, you know what I mean? I was able to put my
LLC.
And yeah, now I'm a fucking, you know what I mean? I have potential to build a second business, you know what I mean? And it's going beautiful. Yeah, my jump around.
Killed me when you said I came over here. I forget what I came here for.
I forgot what it was for too, but
I came to pay you for the, you know.
Yeah.
And so we go out to his car where he I don't know, he sat down in his car to get something, and he looks at me, he goes, bro, I just bought a bounce house.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck you mean you bought a bounce house? Bro, you can make serious money off it.
Yo, come on, no lie.
And I was like, dude, this guy just never wants to fucking do an ounce of labor ever in his fucking life. Bro. He wants to own shit, sell shit, make money.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to do nowhere. I want to make as much money as I can with doing little work as I
bought a bounce house, and at first I was like, and then it clicked. You can make a lot of money off that.
Yeah, bro. Especially right now, I'm getting it right before the summer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have it for June, July, August.
I told you that night I was proud of you, dude.
Yeah, man. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta, it's like we were talking about the other day. You gotta have, 5 different type of incomes. You know what I mean? You gotta think outside the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As many incomes as possible.
Yeah, realistically, but
going back to the same shit, like you could always be better. Like saying you could always be better is the same as you being a barber, a fucking bounce house fucking renter, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could always be better. So I guess it's like to go back to it, you were like, well, some people are just happy where they are, but like, are you happy where you are?
Nah, man.
You want better.
Like I said, I chase the money for the freedom. You know what I mean? I don't
to be able to do what you want.
I don't want the money, just to have money. You know what I'm saying? I want it for the freedom, for not having to worry about the next bill.
And correct me if I'm wrong. It's kind of how the world is. Like for you to be at your top is money.
Yes.
It's all related to money.
If like
how
buy
people
your time.
look at you, and it's you know what
it's
I mean.
all about bread.
It's all bread. But I guess it depends on like where you're at in life. Like me and you, we're different. You're not married. Your daughter's a baby. Me, I'm married, and my kids are older. So I think it's people are at different levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely, bro. Everybody.
You got kids, right?
Yeah, I got a son.
You married?
No.
Yeah,
Single dad.
Say
Way different.
that loud. Single dad.
Fuck yeah, dude.
By myself.
Hell yeah, man.
Nah, but I agree because I think a lot. Like if I didn't have a son, you know what I'm saying? I love my son. That's not even a question.
Yeah,
but it's just I do know it would be easier. You don't. It's not a second person you have to.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like a scumbag sometimes because I be having them thoughts.
Yeah, but it's common sense. It's not even like a bad thing. It's just so you know that other people are in different places. Like that's why if someone has no kids and he's acting like he can't do shit, it's like what, bro?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy.
Right.
Yeah, you got like upper hand on me almost.
Yeah,
you're not using it.
Yeah, because I've had plenty of days and nights where like the kids are like stressing me the fuck out, and I'll have that thought. Man, if I didn't have kids right now. man, if I
bro, I wouldn't have been able to take that
married.
trip. I wouldn't have been able to take that trip to Florida to go find myself. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
Bro, I feel that way sometimes being a single dad.
Right.
Like it's like if I had funny, like I never bring this shit up, and I still cool with my baby moms. I no hard feelings with her. I talked to her the other day, but like there be times where like I can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if I just had, and it's not that I'm with him every day, so it's not like it happens often. But when it does, it's like man, it would be nice to just have someone else who I could. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna leave him with anybody.
Right.
So it would be nice to have someone else who I could look at like me, who's a parent just like I am as this kid, who I could just leave with and fully trust with. And,
welcome to parenthood. You know, and that's the thing, dude. I don't trust nobody with my kids.
Yeah, me either, bro.
I mean, nah. Like my mom, that's not happening. My mom's never even changed a diaper on my kid. That shit's not happening. So like, I'm sure you're the same way. Rob is too. I know that. There's only one or two people that you probably really trust with your kids.
It's my mom, though. My mom's the only one.
It's tough with that too, yo, because like there's a lot of people that want you to trust them like that. You know what I mean? And they almost get offended if you don't. You know what I mean?
Offended then,
but it's your baby though. You know what I'm saying? It's your daughter, and it's like also if they're not there as much, you know what I mean? They don't know their characteristics. They don't know like what certain things mean.
Yeah, it's not even against you. It's my son is not gonna enjoy himself there because you don't know what he wants. You're not gonna understand.
Especially if you've never had kids.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah, a lot of kids. I mean, a lot of parents also they'll like disagree with how you parent or something like that, or try to tell you what's better or whatever.
Yeah,
that shit pisses me off.
I was about to say
one thing that pisses me off the most is like when like you do finally trust somebody with your child. And then like they'll come to you and be like, oh yeah, by the way,
criticism.
Yeah, like I forgot to tell you, I let them try this or I let them try that. You know what I mean? Like don't do that without me being there. You know what I'm saying?
They should have that.
Yeah, bro. Let me have that. Let me make that decision whether I want them to try this or try that. I know it exists. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I agree.
Like don't come with some shit like you thought that it was for the better. For the child.
That's just because you as the parents.
Yeah, just because you raised your child like that, like doesn't mean I gotta raise my child.
And they don't get it because. I mean, their intention is trying to be nice, but like you said, it's like that's your moment, that's your choice to make with your son.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's hard to be mad at them because they are trying to at the end they just give you something in present, but it's like
but it's just it's
unnecessary.
And especially if it's like something that they could possibly be allergic to, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't make that choice, and then you know what happens if she's allergic, you know, or they're allergic, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do then? You know, now you got to call me and be like, oh yeah, by the way, shit, I gave them peanuts, you know what I mean?
And she's fucking blowing up
and I'm bringing her to the hospital. Like what? Why would so you see what I'm saying?
I'm snuffing any voice I hear. Bro. Live, I hear my son's in trouble.
You can't make that decision.
And that's another reason why it's only a certain amount of people, if any, that could actually be with your kids.
Exactly.
Because it comes to that kind of shit too. Not always about like, are they going to be protected or are they going to be safe? It's about careless shit like that really is harmless, but it ends way different.
Or little shit like giving your kid candy. You know what I'm saying? Like candy that like, you know, they could possibly choke on. They don't see it as, you know, there's something that could choke on. There's just something like, oh, it's candy. You give kids candy. Kids love candy. Right. You know what I mean? But, like, you know, there's a strict rule that, you know, you don't want your kid having candy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, little shit like that, you know, it's carelessness shit. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, there's a big thing with, and you're in this position. You got one kid. It's your first kid.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in parents who are on their first kid and beyond. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because for you, like, you're learning this on the go.
Every day.
All this shit is new to you.
Every day.
Then you got me, like, I've done this twice. So the way you look at shit and the way I look at shit is completely different. You ever see that commercial where the mom she's with her baby, it's her first kid, and the baby, like, drops the pacifier on the ground. The mom picks it up, fucking freaking out, washing it like 3 or 4 times, drying it off, washing it again, like real freaked out, didn't want to give it to the kid, and then they did like an after effect on the second kid. The kid drops it on the ground, mom picks it up, sticks it right back in the mouth. You know what I mean? Like your first kid and beyond, it's different.
I honestly don't that.
Because now you know.
She used to drop like toys on the ground. First thing I'll do is I'll pick it up. I won't let her grab it.
But that's what happens with those
but
people.
Now, like, she drops something on the ground, but like, just pick it up, give it to her.
With the people that try to help out and shit, and that we get offended by, it's because they're in that situation where they had like 3 kids. So they're like, yo, I've done this, notice you like, but we're still in the phase of like, yo, we not testing shit out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is a fact. There's different levels. There's so much shit involved in that, dude.
That's one of the main reasons. If it was probably my second kid or third kid, I probably, wouldn't take it as serious. You know the ropes. You know what I mean? Like, I put so much effort in not fucking up for my first kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck up for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't go over there and you know, do some shit, you know, for me if I'm working so hard not to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I could tell you anything,
not get me hot. Like,
raise her right. Do not let her take any of your bad traits.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm going through right now with my daughter.
Yeah, that's the struggle right there.
My daughter is bad. She is bad, and all her traits and everything that she does is me.
It's like that meme with the Bane. It's like looking at my daughter, like why she got an attitude, and it's like a small one. My daughter with the same attitude as me, looking right back at you. Because
one of my biggest faults as a parent is I don't know when to put that filter on when I'm around my kids.
Yeah.
My son's different. He's older, but my daughter, I fuck up as a parent. Like there's no other way I could say it. Like
it's hard to put. It's kind of like a mask that you put on.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you're a different
almost
person.
Like protecting them from.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same way you walk into a business.
I don't put the mask on. That's the problem. Right?
Yeah,
that's why she. It's
a mask that you need. That's what you need a mask.
I need to establish. Like I need to. Going back to the same shit. Like I'm not the best parent I could be. Like I could be better. And like when I look back at this shit, I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm doing all this shit that I said that I would never do to my kids. Like, I'm not physically abusing my kids. I'm not... I mean, maybe borderline, mentally abusive, because I'm always angry, dude. Even when I'm not angry, I look angry. They're like, Dad, always asking Mom, why is Dad mad? And most of it, I'm mad, don't get me wrong, but I also have that look on my face where people always think I'm mad, even at work. What the fuck you mad for? I'm not mad, dude. That's just how I look. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I've dealt with that my whole life, bro. I have that.
So you know, and it's frustrating because it's like I'm not fucking mad.
Yeah, and then that shit will make you mad. It gets you mad. That gets you mad. When they tell you that it was wrong and you look mad or whatever, I'll be like, yo, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It gets me hot. But I absolutely feel you, bro. It got me into some bad situations.
Yeah, I deal with that shit at home, and then with the shit going on with my wife, And like looking back on it, on the shit she tells me, like obviously she's got her flaws too. Like, let's be serious.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Like, but when she calls me out on the shit and I look at it, it makes me highly disappointed in myself. Like,
yeah, but that's one of those things that you were saying. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't take it serious if you didn't respect that person. So you obviously respect your wife and the things she has to say. You know what I mean? To take it serious and think about it. You know.
I do, but like we were doing all right for a while since the last time I talked to you, and then the last couple of days you just like kind of like the shit you were talking about with the podcast. Like two people will start a podcast and then one becomes like fucking on the high horse.
Yeah.
Like that's what she does sometimes.
Yeah,
I feel
partnerships and period.
And then like for like the last like week and a half, she just came home from work and laid on the couch, didn't do a fucking thing, and I did everything because I'm trying to step it up. Like I'm trying to help her.
But there's no gratefulness because again she's looking at you like.
Here's the thing, dude. Like I'm not. It's her fault for not telling me over the last 10 years.
How she felt.
And it's her fault that she has resentments for not telling me for the last 10 years of shit that she didn't like about me or me being a bad dad. And I agree with everything she's told me. Like, it's facts. You know what I mean? But it's like now, anytime she, like, doesn't help in the kitchen or lays on the couch, her excuse every time is, I did it for blah, blah, blah years. It's like, and it's like, yeah, I get that, but how many times are you going to throw that at me? Like, I'm really trying now. Like, even though it's her fault for not telling me, even though she did, just wasn't hearing it. But I hear you now. I fucking hear you now. So, like, if you want this to work and you're telling me, like, how you feel and what needs to change, like, you
got to forgive me for all that.
Right. You got to at least try. You can't, like, just let me do everything. And then when I ask you for some help, you're like, well, I did it for years. Like, it doesn't work like that. And then the shit she said to me yesterday, dude, fucking blew my mind. I'm ready to go to CVS to get shit. My son always, he never wants to go with me. Sky always does. So I'm like, Sky, Daddy's going to Stop and or CVS, I think it was. You want to come? What did she say? Mommy, I thought you said I gotta limit my time. And I'm like, what? What did she just say?
What?
She has to limit her time with me? And she was like, yeah. All her bad fucking everything, like we were just talking about, is from me.
Yeah.
And like, I get that, but like, that's my fucking kid.
Yeah, that's
If anybody tells me that I gotta take a break from my kid,
yeah, that's crazy.
like, nah.
That's
so,
crazy.
like, I told her when I left tonight, like, I got shit written down. We need to talk. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And she's got all this shit that we've had, that she said to me in so many conversations that just keeps looping. And I'm trying on all of it, Rob. I put that on my father. Like, I'm like, really, like, focused, headstrong. I know what the fuck is going on. I'm aware of everything. And I'm doing it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on it. You know what I mean? And I feel like, especially with my daughter, anytime she like misbehaves or any of that, like she attacks me, I feel like I'm being attacked. Like it's my fault. She's like that. You know what I mean? She plays no part in it. Like this is how I feel about it. Like there are times when she's sleeping on the couch and not helping, but then all of a sudden when Dad stops, she's on her high horse. Like that's what it is. It's fucking doing nothing. Or she's on her high horse, and everything's fucking my fault, and that's how I feel. So I'm just...
To me, if she feels that way, though, that should be behind closed doors. You know what I mean? She should be telling you, not in front of your kids, and not telling your kids, your kids that you got to limit your time. You know what I mean? Like
what?
That's my only problem. Like, you know what I mean? I can understand you have issues, and if you want to limit your time, you come to me and you tell me that you want me to limit my time with my daughter. Don't go to my daughter and tell her, yo, you gotta limit your time with Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds crazy to me.
But not only that, like, we've had these talks. Like I said, I'm well aware what the fuck I need to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on it. You know what I mean? So, no, you don't tell me that I gotta limit my time with my daughter. Because now I'm aware of what I need to do and what not to do when I'm with her.
Yeah.
You don't have that fucking right. That's like something a mother would say to the ex-husband that aren't together anymore. Like, that's You know what I mean? And I'm like today was like one of them days where it really hit me. Like I almost feel like, do you really want to be married to me? Because it really seems like you almost hate me and resent the shit out of me. And I want to be like, do you want to be? Do you want to stay married or are you just so used to it and like it's been like this for so long you don't know how to let go?
Yeah. I think in order for y'all to even move on, she's got to forgive you. You know what I mean? I feel like she still doesn't forgive you.
But that's the fucking bullshit you know thing of a resentment, dude.
Yeah, I just have a question outside of that
digs
though.
So deep, you know.
Have you ever trained like any combat sport, like or like?
No.